Hi and welcome. I am Melissa Hartshorn, the lifestyle nutritionist and yogi. This is my very first video, so thank you so much for watching. I'm so excited to share my knowledge and passion for yoga with you all. Today's tutorial is an easy beginner's yoga sequence, focusing on the foundations of Asana, or the poses to help you get familiar with the basics. So grab your mat, a block if you have one, or a big book, some water and a towel if you need one. So sitting comfortably in a cross-legged position, Sukhasana, or on your knees, whichever's comfortable for you right now. Closing down the eyes and sit up tall while you breathe in deeply through your nose. Roll your shoulders down your back. Take a few moments here to center yourself and ground down, and just become aware of your surroundings and be present in this moment. Allow any thoughts that come to you just melt away while you prepare for your class today. Take a long, even inhalation through the nose, filling up your belly first, then your ribs and up to your chest. Then take the same long, even exhalation through the nose, emptying out from the chest down through the ribs and your belly. So just remember this type of breathing throughout your practice. Breathing this way really helps to calm the mind chatter and any anxious or stressful feelings you may be experiencing. It also allows you to move into your poses with more ease. So focusing on your breath really helps to bring your awareness back to your mat and back to the present moment. So take a few breaths here. So long, deep inhalations through the nose and long, deep exhalations out through the nose. So let go of your ego, the part of your mind that really tries to push you beyond your means. Just remember, wherever you are on your journey or what level you're on today is exactly where you're meant to be. Now gently open up your eyes. If you're sitting in a cross-legged position, just come to sitting on your knees. If it's too uncomfortable, stay in a cross-legged position. Now breathe in through your nose, reach your hands up, and exhale, arms down to the sides. So inhale, arms up, and exhale, coming into a slight spinal twist to your left-hand side. So place your right hand over your left knee. So looking over your left shoulder, spine is straight, and your right hand is gently pushing against your left knee. And taking 2 breaths here. 2, 1. So inhale your arms back up, and then exhale to the other side, looking over your right shoulder. Inhale for 2 and 1. So inhale, arms back up to center, and exhale, reaching all the way forward, coming into Balasana, or child pose. Placing your forehead to the floor and grounding down your hips as much as you can. Balasana is a very grounding and nourishing pose, so if you ever need rest throughout this practice, just come back down to Balasana for a rest. 2 more breaths here. And 1. So inhale, look up. Exhale, walk your hands over to your left-hand side. And then just folding back into that and feeling that nice stretch up the right-hand side. And breathing here. So inhale, looking up. Come back to center. And then exhale over to your right hand side. Inhale, looking up, and exhale back to center. And we'll just fold in one more time into Balasana. Taking one breath here. So from here, we're going to come up into all fours or tabletop. And just looking at your alignment here, so ensuring that your wrists are directly under your shoulders and your knees are positioned directly under the hips. Spine is straight and your drishti or your focus point is down to the ground. So you want that nice neutral spine. So from this tabletop position, we'll do a few rounds of cat-cow. It's just a good way to awaken the spine, especially if you get tight in the neck like I do. A good way to wake up when you get out of bed first thing in the morning. So we inhale, looking up, open up the chest, tilt your pelvis up towards the ceiling and allow your belly to sink towards the floor. Allowing your gaze to look to the ceiling. And then exhale, we're going to slowly round your shoulders. As you exhale, really spread those shoulder blades apart and feel that nice stretch along your spine. Tuck your pelvis under and really draw your navel into your spine. So that's your Uddiyana Bandha that I'll tell you a little bit more about as we go on. Release your head and your neck to the floor, not using any force here, so just relaxing your head and neck. So just at your own pace, we're going to repeat this 3 times, or more if you're feeling the need to stretch a little bit more. So just when you're done, come back to a neutral position, ensuring your knees are in line with the hips and wrists are in line with the shoulders, as this really helps to protect your joints. So from your tabletop position, breathe in here through the nose, reaching your right arm up to the ceiling into another slight spinal twist. So looking up to your top hand or to the floor if you've got a problematic neck. Then we're going to exhale, threading your hand under your left side. So placing your right shoulder on the ground and looking to your left. Just for a moment here. We inhale, arm back up, and then exhale, thread your arm through again. 2 more times. Great. Now once you're finished, come back to your tabletop position and reset then for the other side. So inhale your left arm up, looking to your top hand, and then exhale, thread that left hand through your right arm. And inhale that arm up for 3, 2, and 1. Coming back down to tabletop. So from here, we're going to go into downward facing dog, so Ardha Mukha Shavasana. So here we're going to tuck the toes under, inhale, lifting the pelvis, and then exhale your heels to the back of the mat. Start walking the dog out here, just move in any way that you need to, and keeping your legs bent just as we warm up here. As we warm up throughout the practice, we'll be able to work our heels down to the mat and start to straighten your legs. So in downward facing dog, we have to remember not to collapse our shoulders, really lift out and pull your navel into your spine, Make sure your shoulders are down your back and your arms are activated. Just take 5 breaths here. In through the nose, out through the nose. Two. And 1. So from downward facing dog, we're going to come into Uttanasana. So walk your hands slowly back to your feet, keeping a nice bend in the knees, holding opposite elbows, and just hanging our head and our whole upper body forward. So just dangling the head and the neck, relaxing them. So you feel that really nice stretch along the spine and the neck area. So just taking 3 breaths here. So we're going to inhale our hands back into downward facing dog or Ardha Mukha Shavasana. Then gently walk your feet to the top of your mat. So we're going to inhale halfway, exhale folding into Uttanasana, and we're going to inhale rolling your spine all the way up, coming to finish in Tadasana. Tadasana is the foundation of all poses, so it's called Tadasana or mountain pose. So standing with your feet together, heels are slightly apart, ground down in all 4 corners of your feet. We need to activate the legs here. Pull your kneecaps up and your tailbone tucked under, or your pelvis tucked under. And try not to lock out your knees either here. So breathing in deeply through the nose, engage the Mula Bandha, which is your pelvic floor, and Uddiyana Bandha, which is your navel to your spine lock. I won't go into bandhas very much here because, there's a little bit more involved, but these are the 2 that I really want you to focus on. So really holding in and locking those areas in, especially in your poses, because it'll help you move into poses a lot easier and also protect your spine. So standing up tall, lift your chest and bring your shoulders down your back. So your gaze or your dristi is steady and directly out in front. So you can focus on something just out in front of you. And just imagine a stream of energy running through your body and out through the top of your head or the crown of your head. So on each inhalation, just imagine your breath traveling through your nostrils, going right through your body, down through to your tailbone. And every exhalation, as it journeys back through your body, back up your spine and out through your nostrils. So just standing here for a few moments, resetting and grounding before we move on. So from here, we bring our hands into prayer. So inhale, bend your knees and step your right foot back into a wide stance, keeping that back foot at a 90-degree angle. Your front heel should be in line with the arch of your back foot. So inhale your arms up, and we're going to exhale, bend into your front knee. So it is at a 90-degree angle with the floor. So ensuring your knee is aiming towards the middle toe of that front foot. So make sure your shoulders are down your back and you're looking straight over your front hand. So this pose is Warrior 2 or Virabhadrasana 2, and it's one of the stronger poses, really working on strengthening your legs, really stretching your inner thighs and your inner legs, as well as improving core strength and stability. So we'll have 3 more breaths here. Every inhale, lifting up, and then exhaling deeper into the pose. So from here, we're going to inhale that front leg straight, keeping your arms up, and you can always bring your back foot in slightly a bit just to get into this pose. So inhale, we're going to stretch all the way forward, and then exhale, spiral our arms down into Trikonasana or triangle pose. So when you bend forward, ensure that you're hinging at the hips and really pulling that front hip backwards. So place your front hand to your foot, or if you've got a block, as I said at the start of the video, grab that and place your hand there. Just don't push yourself too far. You can always bring your hand up onto your shin or your thigh. So looking to your top hand, really opening the chest, and if your neck is a little bit sore, you can look to the ground there. Keeping your legs straight, and we'll have a few breaths here. 2 and 3. So inhale back up to center. So exhale back into Virabhadrasana 2, so warrior 2, and then inhale your front palm up, and then exhale your right hand down the back leg into reverse warrior. So inhale, arms up and spiral over into Parsvakonasana, so side angle pose, placing your left hand down onto the floor next to your left foot and just opening up the chest. So if you can't reach the floor here, grab your block, or just place your elbow on your knee. So what we want to do here is really open up the chest and bring your top hand up and look up to your top hand. Otherwise you can place your hand or your top hand on your hip there as well. So your thigh should be parallel to the floor once again, so that nice right angle or 90-degree angle in your leg. So making sure that your knee is also not collapsing here, and really aiming for your middle toe. Your back foot should be at a 45-degree angle, keeping your leg nice and straight. A few breaths here. So 3, 2, and 1. So from here we're going to place our top hand down to the floor and slowly walk yourself around to the side of your mat, and then just turn your feet to parallel to the ends of the mat, so they're both facing towards the side of the mat. So with your hands on the floor or on your block, just keeping a slight bend in your knees here as well. We're going to inhale, look up, and then exhale into it. So just keeping that nice micro bend, like I said, in your legs, and just coming to where you're comfortable. Don't push yourself in these poses, especially with your hamstrings, because they can injure quite easily. So Prasrita Padottanasana, or wide-legged forward folding bend, really helps to stretch the backs of the legs, as well as helps us to set up for preparing us for headstands when we go over those later down the track. So just a few breaths here now. 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, looking halfway. We're just going to walk our hands to your right side, so to the opposite end of the mat, so we can do all that on the other side. So turning your right foot to face the opposite end of the mat, and your back foot is at a 90-degree angle. Heel to arch alignment. We're going to inhale, spiral our arms up, and then exhale, sink the hips into warrior 2. Looking over that right hand. 3 breaths here. 3. Okay, inhale. We're going to stretch all the way forward, and then exhale our arms down into Trikonasana. So looking to that top hand, grabbing your block if you need it, and really just try to open your chest to the ceiling, all the while trying to bring that right hip back. Breathing in through the nose and exhaling out through the nose. So inhale, arms back up, stretching out that front leg, and exhaling into Virabhadrasana 2, so Warrior 2 just for a moment. Inhale, turning that front palm up, and then exhale into Reverse Warrior. Look into that top hand, and then exhale, spiraling over into Parsvakonasana. So placing your hand on a block or on the floor there, or even on your knee, your elbow on your knee. So look into that top hand and really bend in that front leg. Make sure that you've got a wider sort of stance here. Breathing deeply. Great, so inhale, we're going to place both hands onto the floor and then gently walk around to the side of your mat. So turning both feet to be parallel to the ends of the mat. We're going to inhale halfway, using your block here again if you need to, looking straight ahead, and then exhale into Pasrita Padottanasana. So here we can do a couple of variations. You can grab the toes or just keep your hands on the floor there. Every inhalation we lengthen, and then exhalation we deepen into the pose. Keeping that micro bend in your knees if you need to. And just taking 5 breaths here. 4, 3, 2, and 1. So inhale halfway, hands to the hips, and then exhale to standing. So we're going to bend your right knee, hands in prayer, and just step gently up to the top of your mat into Tadasana. You can take a few moments here just to reset yourself. You're going to inhale, hands into prayer, just bending your knees again and slowly just coming into a seated position and rolling all the way down to Shavasana. So taking your time to get down into Shavasana, rolling down onto your back, legs are spread apart, arms are down by your side, and just completely relax here. So we're going to stay in Shavasana for at least 5 minutes. If you do have more time, then I do encourage you to stay there a bit longer. So just allow your whole body to relax here. So breathing in deeply through the nose and exhaling through the nose. Allow your mind to be silent and feel yourself melt deeper and deeper into your mat. When you're ready to come out of Shavasana, bring both knees into your chest, squeezing them in for a moment, and then bring both knees over to your left side for a slight spinal twist, looking over your right shoulder. Breathing here. Then when you're ready, bring both knees back into the center and over to the other side, looking over your left shoulder. So bringing both knees back up to center, squeeze them in again, and then gently rolling over to your right side. So you can stay here for a few moments and then just push yourself up to sitting that way. Thanks so much for watching, guys. If you have any questions whatsoever, please send me a message on any of my social media platforms. I'll put the links in the description box below. I'd love to hear from you guys, so please comment below or send me a direct message. I'd also love to know if you have any suggestions on what I should do for my next video. So I appreciate your support. Please hit the like button and subscribe for more yoga tutorials to come.